Hi, I'm sort of Neil from Fife-Dom Tracklocross. I've been ill, and my lungs just sound like a slowly deflating balloon playing the kazoo. So, I've enlisted the help of an AI voice to read my script. Hopefully, it will be easier to understand than me. The year is now 2023, and the world has come to terms with the idea that riding fixed-gear bikes off-road is the best idea ever. So, to help you pick your cool new bike, here are my top 6 Tracklocross frames for the year. There are some classic Tracklocross frames here, and some new guns. I am also not saying that these are the 6 best frames objectively. This list is purely subjective and is based on what I like the look of. The Surly Steamroller is the quintessential do-everything fixed gear, except for mounting racks. It has brake holes drilled and has fender eyelets. It has clearance for 700 by 38mm tires and has done so for years. The 2022 colorway of Banana Candy Yellow is also excellent and is still available. It looks amazing in the flesh. A quick look on Instagram and you'll see the Steamroller has been a long-time favorite for many people. Part of the reason for this is that it was the only off-the-shelf frame that ran 120mm hubs and could fit wider than 28mm tires for many years. Did I mention that yellow color? Inverted cross bridges and a fantastic paint job. It can only be the destroyed Tracklocross frame set. A steel frame mated to a carbon fork, and we have a combination ready to get you slaying the trails for Satan. I keep telling myself I will one day buy one, and one day I will. You'll also find clearance for 42 to 45mm wide tires. You'll have all the cushion you need for when riding washboard trails, and more tire width to lay down some sweet skids. Unlike the rest of the steel frames here, you'll find a seat tube with a larger diameter, making getting a dropper post easier if you want one. Since you asked, it is 31.6mm. The Squid So Easy is all about Tracklocross. It comes with a 40mm tire clearance, but to help get this clearance, you get a 135mm back end. To get a fixed wheel, you can either buy a 135mm fixed rear hub, change the axle in a standard track hub for a longer axle, or use a mountain bike disc hub and fit an ISO cog to the disc brake mount. We've got an article coming on that. He said a year ago, and then never did. The Squid feels to me like a 90s mint. It is a fun ride and the bike I pick up most often in my collection. I just seemed to gel with it. If I'm riding a more mountain bike style trail, this is the Tracklocross bike I'd pick up. Next up, we have the Scream Ranger, the first frame not made from steel in this lineup. You get a frame set that would not look out of place in a velodrome, but it has 43mm wide tires clearance. It also comes with hidden disc brake mounts, so you can turn this beast into a single-speed cyclocross weapon or take advantage of the hidden fender and rack mounts and have an all-year-round fast commuter. Not only is the frame constructed from lightweight 6066 aluminium, but the fork is also a full carbon fiber beast, which all help make the Ranger the lightest frame set in this article if that is your thing. I like the Pake Rum Runner. It is a pretty simple steel frame, and I like my bikes simple. You'll find clearance for 32mm tires and a rear brake hole. You'll also find that the frame decals are supplied. It is up to you if you want to run them. This is great, as I'm sure most aero gains in road bikes are, so that companies can have a larger logo. It sucks riding around looking like a huge advertisement without getting paid for it. The AllCity Big Block is a track-legal frame with clearance for 32mm tires and a set of bottle bosses. If you're using it on a velodrome and at the trails, you might want to have a different set of wheels and tires. If you don't fancy skidding all the time, then the Big Block comes drilled for brakes. Make sure you buy long drop brakes. I've used a Big Block for plenty of big rides, but I feel it comes into its own when you fancy nipping out for a quick blast. It enjoys when you're sprinting up a climb, for the next tree, or to the local shops. It's a fun bike and relatively easy to get a hold of one. You should give one a shot. There you go, that is my favorite Tracklocross frames for 2023. Feel free to disagree and tell me that I don't know anything in the comments. I'd probably be happier if you didn't, though, but it's up to you. I'm off out on a ride now. Enjoy your day.